You know, when you start to acquire the base knowledge of our universe or whatever it is, with the base sciences on your tools, you start to realize that most of the things that you've been taught are really down. When they said they were up. And most of the things you're taught they said were down are really up. And maybe you're wrong sometimes yourself too. Acquiring this base knowledge, you're gonna make some mistakes. It's alright, buddy. We all do. Just keep believing your genius that's in yourself. And you're gonna have a real good chance, a real fighting chance in this realm. Maybe. Some people. Not so much. That's the sad truth. A little bit more. But one of the big things that we do here is eat raw meat. And yesterday I made an interesting episode of my experiences eating raw meat and how things are starting to look, how my personal experience has been, and how raw meat has affected my experience in this realm. Shut up. And when normal people in this excuse me, I'm a little hungry over here. When normal people think about raw meat, first things that came to their minds is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting just seeing a person, a human being, eating raw meat on the pixels on your screen. For some people, even that makes them react that they want to vomit. That's how incredibly strong the conditioning is against the raw meat. Is it our natural urge or is it brainwashing conditioning? Which one is it? If our natural urge would be to vomit when we see raw meat or when we put raw meat in our mouth, then our natural urge would be that would mean raw meat would be most likely pretty bad for us. But is that our natural urge? It doesn't seem to be for me. But maybe I have conditioned myself to eat raw meat. Or is it the conditioning? When it comes to the raw meat, that people have this urge to vomit or feel disgusted. Absolutely disgusted when they see raw meat. The big one is the bacteria, parasites. Raw meat gonna make you sick. It's gonna make you suffer. What I talked about yesterday's video. Think about if it's actually just the opposite of that. Raw meat actually makes you the best version of yourself. If it would be like that, at least for most of the people, if not all of the people, it's very hard to say all of the people, because there's so much complexity there, so many differences still. But at least for the most of the people, it would be a pretty big deal Now this conditioning, brainwashing, is, if it is that, I'm on my conspiracy bag, like I am every single day, because I don't trust no one here. I don't trust no one person on my freaking screen or on any book or study or whatever. My personal experience trumps it all. But if the raw meat would really be like at least a big part of the answer of making human beings happy and healthy again, that would be a pretty big deal. But like I said, the conditioning against meat, the brainwashing, the raw meat is the ultimate form of that, because so many people just absolutely feel yucky about raw meat. The question is it natural or conditioned reaction? But for example, acquiring your meat, which is hunting or farming, but let's talk about hunting, which is the natural form, or more natural, at least. Farming is pretty natural, dude, if you do it right. We have a pretty shitty practices these days. But hunting has also been demonized like a lot. People really dislike hunters. In some cases I actually can see it if the hunters are this kind of trophy hunters. They just want to kill some cool animal and they don't even eat it. They don't even use that animal. What are you doing, bro? They just want to take a picture with it and feel the thrill of killing that cool animal that not many people can kill. But then they even use it. Or if these cool animals are endangered, they're about to go extinct, that's when I understand that maybe hunting these animals ain't the right thing to do here. It's not really cool. I don't want no animal to go extinct. So if you talk about that kind of hunting, and also I feel like modern hunters waste a lot of the animals, at least some of the modern hunters. They kinda eat them. They just eat the muscle meat, they throw the organs out for the dogs or whatever. Well, then the dogs eat better than you, but if they throw a lot of the animal away, waste a lot of the things you could do from the animal, then I also kinda see that it's kinda shitty practices. But there's this big thing when it comes to hunting, that if you hunt, you are a bad person. That's just some absolute freaking nonsense. Absolute freaking bullshit. Like I follow some people that not into the food thing at all. Some off-grid people. They go hunt because they like to do things off the grid. And then hunting is pretty amazing thing to do actually. Because you get your own food from the nature. But sometimes, because that's not the usual thing these guys are doing, some of the comments be like, this is too much, unsubscribing, you freaking demon, you killed that innocent animal. You could have just gathered some berries that's not in there in the forest you live. You have You could have gone to the supermarket and get a bunch of grains and bananas and shit and beans instead of killing this animal, unsubscribing, and then it has 100 likes. Like that's pretty normal. Like that's basic part of the plant-based agenda. Hunting is very bad thing, but when you do it, it's really fun. It's very exciting for you naturally. And when you do it, you get the animal. That's an amazing reward. You get the best food on earth, pretty much. Then you can feed a lot of people, usually from one animal, if you got some bigger animal. And that animal got to live a natural life in the wild. But so many people hate that. One of the best channels, I think, or most interesting channels, is the Best Food Review channel on YouTube. It's a very big channel and it's got all kinds of videos, but the most interesting videos are the ones where Sonny goes to the tribes where people still gonna eat natural foods like that. Many of the African tribes, they drink raw blood, they eat raw organs, raw stomach even, all kinds of things. And most of the people in the comments, they understand it. Because they think that's how they survive. And actually that's how we all should be probably doing. But there's always, because he gets millions of views, there's also a lot of the people that it just goes way over their head, way over their conditioning about the subject. So it's always funny to see people freak out. Oh yeah. And the biggest things about raw meat obviously is the bacteria and getting sick from it. That's why so many people have this yuck factor. But what if it's a lie? What if that is some freaking bullshit again? Done 200 days in a row raw chicken. And some bunch of other raw meat as well. So, obviously you can get food poisoning from raw meat. I've said this from the get-go. If the meat you be eating is polluted with toxic things for human beings, you gotta get food poisoning from it. But is it from the bacteria? Do you really get the parasite? And even if you would, are parasites, this bacteria actually harmful or helpful? They live with symbiosis with us. Let's freaking go. Or they try to destroy us. What has this over-hygienic existence in this system done to human beings? What has it done to our gut microbiome, our overall health and well-being? This is my dessert on this video as always. Freaking bone marrow. Not the best bone marrow. Yesterday's bone marrow was amazing. Still pretty good. So yeah. Raw meat, the final boss when it comes to nutrition. Have they done a fantastic job to make raw meat look like the stupidest, the most retarded thing to do as human being? You're gonna get very sick, you're gonna die, you're gonna get sound on your tail. What if it turns out to be the answer to most of the problems, the health problems? Some people have come to this conclusion already many years ago. But you can see the uphill battle promoting this kind of message when they have years of conditioning, century of conditioning against it. But people in the natural settings, they do be eating a lot of raw animal food. Any of those people pasteurize their milk, homogenize their milk? Never heard about it. Some of the biggest things the system could do to increase people's health is make all the pasteurized garbage milk products, raw milk products. That would be huge. And all of the products, all the yogurts, all of that shit. Stop using unnatural chemicals in farming practices. Return back to nature. So freaking what, you don't make as much money, as much profit. We are wasting money. Our governments and shit are wasting so much money on a bunch of freaking meaningless bullshit. It shouldn't matter at all. Throw all of the toxic and unnatural man-made chemicals out of the farming practices. Stop that shit. So the food we would be eating would be polluted. That would be huge. Change all the lighting from all these unnatural blue lights from the more, I don't know the English word, but more of the yellow, red type lighting. Basically make the lighting environment better. That will be huge. That would be massive. Stop selling all of these cosmetic hygiene products that are full of man-made chemicals. Only sell natural ingredients. That would be a huge one. Those things really fuck up people, their endocrine system, their hormones, their fertility. That's a big one. I don't think. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not yet able to make final conclusions about human beings actually. Do they require raw meat or not? Not gonna jump into those conclusions yet. But do human beings need animal products or not? Have you seen any vegans in the nature? Anyway, thanks for watching. That was delicious meal again. That milk great. Namaste, motherfuckers. Stay healthy. Make that genius in you shine bright. See you in the next one.